thank you for the warm reception since my arrival to Imo State. Your Excellency, permit me to mention that Imo State, I visited Owerri for the first time in 1991. Then I was still a cadet, and we normally take tours to visit strategic locations. We came to Owerri and drove down to Umuahia to see the museum. And we were able to go through and saw everything that had been done. And I was just wondering that since we started then, if we had continued, by now we'll have been producing most of the things that we need to work with. But I want to commend you, sir, for even just flying over. I've seen the remarkable improvements within the state. I want to say congratulations and well done, sir. I was in the Northeast for about 19 months, and one thing I realized that is causing most of our challenges is lack of good governance. And wherever there is good governance, you find out that there will be growth, there will be development, and we can see that happening. That in spite of all the security challenges we're facing, it has not deterred you from doing what you are supposed to do, and that you are doing it very well. I want to encourage you. I want to also seize the opportunity to thank you for all the support that you have been giving to the armed forces, including all security agencies, and that has actually assisted us in doing so much. I want to assure you that we'll continue to do much together. For us, peace is number one. Peace and democracy go hand in hand. If there's no peace, democracy will suffer. And the Nigerian Armed Forces is standing by democracy, and there will not allow anybody threaten our nascent democracy in Nigeria. We know we've seen a lot of challenges in most of the countries around us, but I think that is to them, between them and their own colonial masters. For us, we have seen the gains of democracy, especially to the armed forces. Whenever there's democracy, that is when we grow. And so we want to say thank you, and we will do whatever it takes to continue to protect democracy, to ensure that we enjoy that development that is much desired. Your Excellency, my visit today is first and foremost to see you and appreciate you for all the support you are giving us, to also be able to visit the troops, to encourage them to continue to do more, to remain focused and committed. We want them to be professional in their approach. Thirdly, again, the police will be having their security summit, and I feel it's a way of us showing that we're together. Because first and foremost, I always want people to understand that we're all Nigerians, and this is our country. Whether police, immigration, custom, we're all one. And that the more we work together as a team, the more we succeed. Nobody is greater than the other one. And I think that message, if it transcends through all, Nigeria will be a better place to live. So I want to assure you that we will remain committed to those things. We know the challenges we are facing, especially in Imo State, with the criminal elements that are putting in everything to make sure that there is, the state is unsettled. We want to assure you that we'll continue to tackle them and we'll continue to improve on it. Our desire and our mandate is to restore total peace in the Southeast, in Nigeria in general, and we'll do everything to ensure that we achieve that. We're also looking at the activities of this sit at home. Though coming in, I've seen a lot of activities, which is very good. It's for them doing it knowing that they are not affecting anybody other than themselves. If you say you want to rule a place and you are impinging on the people, then I don't know what kind of leadership you want to achieve. But we want to assure them that they should always look at us that we're together, we're one as a nation. We must learn to build, not to destroy. It is only by building that we can have development. And when we have development, we'll make Nigeria a better place. So I want to assure you that we are tackling those issues both within and outside. We know there are people from outside that are also causing a lot of mayhem with their activities, either directly or indirectly. We are tackling those issues, and we have an initiative, Operation Udoka. We want to ensure that we restructure it, we enhance it, and build its capacity together with you, Your Excellency. We will not work at crossroads with the government of the states. Without the states, we cannot be there. So as long as we have there, we will work together with you to ensure that we have total peace, Your Excellency. That I assure you. We also have the challenges of illegal bunkering across. That also must be tackled effectively. Otherwise, it will affect the revenues that's accruing to the state. We want to make sure that the state gains what it's supposed to get. Whatever it is officially going through the channel so that the people will enjoy the benefit of democracy. All the bunkering activities, we're going to tackle them, and to assure you that we're also looking within from our own troops. Any of them, they have been warned adequately. Any of them that engages himself in those things will be ready to face the law. We have standing court martials already, and we do not take that for granted. We want to assure you that every military man, every security member of security agency must be committed, must be professional. We should not be part of the problem, we should be part of the solution. That's why we are brought in. And that will do effectively. We know of people who have saboteurs, collaborators, logisticians, sponsors. We're all going to be after them all over until we have total peace. I want to also appreciate you, Your Excellency, for, like I said, the support you've been giving the military. Without your support, it will have been extremely difficult. I know the federal government cannot do it alone. We need everybody's support, and that we'll continue to do. I want to appreciate the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria for all he has done since he came on stream. Within the short possible time, we have enjoyed the benefits of the new administration, and that has also gingered and boosted the morale of our own troops to want to do more. We assure you we'll continue to do that because that is what our mandate is. And that's what we all Nigerians to be dedicated and committed to our own duty to ensure that we achieve the mandate on ground. Lastly, Your Excellency, just to also wish you the very best in the oncoming elections that will be coming in. We guarantee, we have had discussion with the NSA and other security agencies, including INEC. The mandate the President has given us is that we must provide conducive atmosphere for a peaceful election. And that we guarantee you. Like I said, my visit is here to meet the troops and tell them we must ensure it is a peaceful election. We will not be there and miscreants will be carrying arms and harassing people that are supposed to come and vote peacefully. So we will do everything possible to ensure that the elections are free and fair and credible. We want to thank you, Your Excellency, and to assure you of our commitment and our support. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Let me, on behalf of the government and people of Imo State, welcome very warmly the Chief of Defense Staff and his entourage. When I got the information that the Chief of Defense Staff will be visiting, I was elated and happy, principally because I've sat in my rooms and office, watched the Chief of Defense Staff visit other states since his appointment. And I continue to expect, when will it be the turn of Imo State to receive the Chief of Defense Staff? Finally, today you are here. Even though it's a walking visit, I would like to inform you that the only news in Imo State is not banditry, criminal elements, and other criminal activities. Imo State is the hospitality capital of Eastern Nigeria. So in our own tradition, we'll give you our traditional treat before you leave. I want to commend Nigerian military for their efforts so far in containing criminal activities in not only in Imo State, Eastern region. It's very regrettable that in the course of fighting insurgency here, some officers and men of the Army, Navy, and Air Force have either lost their lives, some wounded. They paid this supreme price because they want peace in eastern Nigeria. We are very appreciative, and in return, we must continue to show our support in your cause and efforts to bring peace in our state. I want to commend the Nigerian Army officers and the Navy and Air Force, police, and other security agencies. The synergy that exists among them in Imo State, I don't think exists in other states in the country. So our security officers and agencies in Imo State, they've displayed very fantastic synergy working together. And here in Imo, we work as a family. And it has been yielding results. General, the formation of Operation Udoka, which is meant to totally eliminate criminality in the eastern region, is a welcome idea. All we beg is that they should be properly capacitated. They should be equipped to have the logistics, the equipment, the technology to remove the non-state actors. I have never had anywhere in the world where non-state actors will have a field day challenging constituted authority. So we need to be sincere, we need to be honest, we need to show greater commitment to the fight against insurgency in the eastern region. Sit at home, yes, but the people are not only suffering from sit at home. What they are currently suffering is fear. Fear occasioned by the gruesome murder of relations and friends over time. Fear occasioned by the non-state actors having a field day operating not only in the hinterland, even at the urban centers. I would therefore want to invite our security agencies to do whatever it will take so that we can have peace in this place and life will become more meaningful to our people. On the part of my government, we are willing and able, available to cooperate, support your activities to ensure that the desired result is brought to bear. My knowledge of you before your appointment is that of a committed Nigerian, a nationalist, who, when we were in Lagos, had our time to think of Nigeria, plan for Nigeria, and most of us worked for Nigeria. So I believe in the unity of this country because all of us have invested a lot to defend this country. Therefore, collectively, we must fight to defend the sovereignty of the Nigerian project. So I want to encourage you, like you just said, crude oil theft is like cancer to our economy, which must be removed. And we can't do this without your support. So whatever you can do to bring back our production to 2.1, 2.2 million barrels a day, that will at least make our economy stable and guarantee development. Banditry, kidnapping, attacks on government facilities should also be addressed. But internal security, the police should be supported because the experience of what we have seen is that police alone can no longer manage effectively the internal security of the country. So they need to be supported by the military in a manner that will not create conflict. So I want to thank the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Police, Departments of State Security, and all security officers who have worked tirelessly with us in Imo State to save the situation. The peace we have today is because God used you to confront the challenge that faced us. So as you do that, we pray that Almighty God will continue to protect you, guide your families, your relatives, and then also protect Nigeria. May God bless all of us. Thank you.